next story up. I'm trying not to have these videos be too long today because I just did that BET video. I've been out here forever. Child, forever. Next story up. So you guys know that Real Housewives of Potomac is about to start back in November. We just have November sounds so far away, excuse me. November sounds so far away, but really, you guys, November is in 2 weeks. I mean, can you believe how quickly this fucking year has gone by? It's going to be Christmas soon, okay? And everybody was trying to ask me, why did I put my Halloween decorations up so soon? Because you got to put them up early. You got to put your Halloween decorations up right after Labor Day. Otherwise, you can't even enjoy it because next thing you know, it's time to put the Christmas shit up, you know? So, yeah, time gone by quickly, right? We got a few weeks break from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then Potomac is about to come back. They released the trailer. You know, we already see what's all fixing to come on down. But then, of course, on the blogs, we also got another story going on. One of the stories that hit yesterday was that Chris Bassett supposedly has a mistress, okay? And apparently, said mistress went on to Tasha K's show, or I don't know if she actually did a sit down with Tasha K, but apparently Tasha K was talking to her on the phone. The girl supposedly was high and drunk. But was talking about her relationship with Chris Bassett, saying that she was pregnant by him, that she had to get an abortion, and all of this, and that he's living a lie, and that he don't love his wife, and all this. If you listen to it, because I actually saw it, I think on Neighborhood Talk today, if you listen to the girl talking, I don't believe her. We ain't even got to stretch this out long. It sounded like something was wrong with the girl. The fact that she's drunk and high and trying to conduct this conversation, I just was like, I just don't believe it. I'm going to need more people. Okay. Not saying that Chris is above or below anything, but, you know, because he's a man and he's human. Okay. Men and women, they cheat. All right. So we got that. But I feel like Chris would need to be smart enough that he was going to cheat, that it would be somebody that he would need to be elevating to the next level. And for some reason, this girl just does not strike me as that one. He's very well known, and he knows that because of the position that his wife takes on the show, and she has many enemies, or fans that don't necessarily like her. I mean, he already knows that women would be targeting him just to get to his wife. So I would think that Chris would be smart enough not to put himself in that kind of predicament where he would even be messing around with this girl, you know, and with somebody that's going to just basically blast him. Okay. So I just think that he's smarter than that. I think that if he was going to be moving like that he would do it differently. Okay. Or at least I would hope so. All right. Now, if this girl is telling the truth and if all of this is really happening, then Chris is stupid and he is going, you know, Candace is not going, if it's true, Candace is as good as gone. Okay. And the fact that them two are still together right now, that's why I don't think that I believe it. All right. And then it's mighty convenient that this comes out right before the show. Like, why is it that people don't never pick up on the fact that these kind of things drop right before the show is about to air? It's just something for us to bring our attention to the show, to see if it's going to be there, so that we can watch it, so that we can see the drama play out. Okay. Yeah, I need you guys to also take that into consideration. Like, if the nigga been having an affair and doing all of this, why old girl wait until 2 weeks before the show is about to drop? You know? Come on, you guys. Let's just be a little bit more adept when we think about these type of things, okay? So that is going on. And then, of course, we have the real story of Mia and Gordon getting a separation, heading towards divorce. Mia supposedly already met a new dude. Why do we know all of this? Because Gordon actually told us, okay? Gordon, bless his heart, made a video talking about Mia left him, how she's with a new guy, he's got money, she's flashing the fact that he has money. She already told Gordon that that's why she's with this new guy, and that's why she was with Gordon, because he had money, and now she's a gold digger. He thought she got with him for love, and I was like, Gordon, you thought what? I know good and damn well you ain't never thought that this girl married you for love. You can't think that. I'm not saying that she didn't love him, but I'm saying that the fact that he thought that she married him for love is where the problem is. Okay, that girl married you because you had a lot of money. You knew you had a lot of, like, you knew that. You knew that this young girl wouldn't even be looking your way. Well, that's not true. Let me not say that. I'm not going to say that people can't fall in love. You know, you fall in love with who you fall in love with. But in Mia and Gordon's case, I do believe that it was known all the way around that money was the centering factor, the reason why she was even giving Gordon the time of day. Okay. And when does shit get shaky? When they start losing them businesses. Okay. When they start falling out with the family. I think it's Gordon's people that they falling out with. All right. His brother and all of that. So when the money get funny, when they started having to move all around, because remember she ended up having to move from one place to the next. I'm assuming because it was too expensive. They've had to cut down on expenses and all of that. Like when all of that started to happen, she was just like, "No, I can't do this. No, I ain't signed up for this." Okay. Nigga, I don't feel like looking at your old ass hanging up or jumping up and down on me every night. You ain't got no money. Like, I'm supposed to fuck you and then tomorrow a bill collector gonna call me? Like, what is we doing? Like, no. Honey, that fuck is supposed to erase all unpleasantries, understand? That means that I ain't supposed to be getting no more money problem calls no more. So yeah, the fact that Gordon is now trying to say he didn't see it coming and that, you know, I was just like, Gordon, I'm sorry. I don't know why you didn't see this happening to you. I'm sorry, sir, but you're going to have to be a little bit more, your eyes are going to, hopefully now your eyes are opened and now you know. But then when he said, if me and Mia do get back together, I was like, and that was the conversation that made me say, okay, yeah, again, the show is about to start in 2 weeks. Okay. And it made me feel like, okay, Gordon and Mia might be in on this together. Okay, I wouldn't put it past them. Okay, because those two look like also that they could be tight enough to come up with a plan and make it seem like something for the show, you know? So now I'm side-eyeing the whole thing. Because, you know, people get really desperate. They need a storyline. They want to be on these shows. They come up and create all kind of things, and you get your husband in on it too, then that makes it even all that much more believable. All right. It's the same Frost Facts factor. All right. We're going to start calling it a name, the Frost Facts factor, that they will come up with a whole elaborate storyline just to make sure that they stay on the show. Now we don't even know if that shit that Rashida and D-Lo had going on all that time was even true. That they carried us with that shit for almost 3 fucking seasons. Almost 3 seasons. And we don't even know if that shit was true or not. Do D-Lo have this baby? Was he with the girl? The girl didn't disappear. We ain't heard nothing about the baby. We don't see Rashida with no baby, D-Lo with no baby, no young kid, nothing. So now it was just sort of like, you guys actually lied for almost 3 years. So if Frost Facts was happening, we can have the Frost Facts over here with Mia and Gordon. We really could. Okay. We ain't gonna forget Frost Facts. So that's just something to keep in mind. But when we talk about all of these stories that goes on, you always have to remember that when the show is coming, then all of a sudden all this gossip happened. Just keep your eyes open, y'all. And we'll see what happens on the show, whether or not we need to believe it, okay? All right, next story.
You keep it natural, stay in your bag like you wearing satchels. Hey, baby, you a godsend.
All right, guys, so DJ Envy, you know, I done told you everybody mama named them on this one, you know, before, so we ain't got to do it again. But anyway, DJ Envy finally spoke out about the lawsuit on the Breakfast Club. You know, he has been caught up in this lawsuit that these people have brought against who his partner was in this real estate deal. So just from listening to DJ Envy, listening to the Breakfast Club in the mornings, I know that DJ Envy, he fancies himself as a real estate educator, I should say, and that he likes to talk to people that are trying to get into the real estate field, you know, whether or not it's buying property, flipping and selling, or investing in property and having that as monthly income or whatever, okay? But he has this whole program that he has with a partner, and they had some problems, and the things that apparently the partner was promising to the people that had been paying the partner for this program, apparently the partner was lying. So we have Anthony Barone and Anthony Martini. They claim that the that Envy, along with Caesar and Jennifer Pinas, Pinas, so not penis like the ding ding, y'all, that they were part of a deal that promised development on an apartment complex. But the project fell through. No apartment complexes happened. These people ain't got their damn money back or anything. So now they just sort of like, you scammed us. We want our money back. So the lawsuit alleges that Barone and Martini invested in 2 real estate ventures, Taylor Company and Flip to Do, but were left on the hook after several issues resulted in an unfinished building. Envy said that he had nothing to do with any of the scam and said that he was the victim as well, because apparently he paid his partner $500,000 for the apartment complex as well. And well, he hasn't got his money back yet either. And again, no apartment complex. So DJ Envy is saying that he actually is a victim in this, that his name is named on it only for notoriety, the fact that he's a celebrity, that the people that are suing his partner wanted to bring more attention to the case. And so this was the way to do it, by, you know, putting his name on it. But yeah, DJ Envy is saying that he was supposed to, you know, he paid this $500,000, and the deal was that he would get like $17,000 monthly income, that was just going to be more income for him that he was counting on, and that it hasn't happened. So he said when he started off this whole thing, he said that he wasn't supposed to speak because his lawyers, you know, they're in court and his lawyers had told him not to speak, but then he turned around and said everything. So that's what's going on there. These companies, you know, they flipping houses, they're building new development for apartment complexes and everything, and nothing's been done. We'll see what happens with the friend. If he did all of these things, then yeah, the friend definitely gonna go to jail. But, well, the friend already said that supposedly DJ Envy wasn't involved. So at least that's what DJ Envy says the friend says. Now, the articles that I read, it ain't said nothing like that. So that's just kind of what DJ Envy says. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure these people is just sort of like, give me my money back. The partner is gonna have to come up off of them funds, or somebody need to go to jail. $500,000 is a lot. I don't know what the rest of them invested, but yeah, you would have to run me my money. So anyway, that's what's going on there. We'll see if DJ Envy becomes one of the suspects, or truly had nothing to do with it, or if he was in on it too. I'm sure that we'll find out about it as, you know, time goes on. Next story.
The sandals, but still you ain't missing much. Put your hands on my back, that's a different touch. Put your ass on my plate, I don't skip the lunch.
All right, you guys, so this new Ebony alert. First of all, let me just say before I start this story, is they've been doing a whole lot of nationwide type alerts. I don't know if anybody else has been paying attention, but I have just been getting increasingly concerned about you know, it's different when you be at the house and you watching the news, or you watching your favorite show, and then they just have the emergency broadcast system come on, and you know it's just a local thing that's being done with our, you know, within the community, within the area, to make sure that, you know, they can let you know what's happening in this area. It's another thing when we testing out nationwide. nationwide. Anytime that they do a nationwide test, that's concerning to me, because it's sort of like, why do you feel like we need to do a test to make sure that the nationwide system works? Do I need to be thinking about the fact that some nationwide shit might be going down soon? Okay, and that we need to make sure that we can get in touch with the whole nation at something, because when the last time you guys heard of them do a nationwide test? Have you ever heard of that? And now we got two wars that's going on. One in Ukraine, one in Israel. United States ain't got shit to do with it, but the United States is fully involved in both of those wars. Okay. And side note also, this is the side note to the side note. These wars, I didn't really talk about in this video because I don't really understand the whole thing. I've never been good on like foreign affairs, but this story with the Palestinians and the Israelis, for the longest time, I've never really understood the whole thing. So I don't want to mess it up and get on here and say some shit and y'all just be like, Roxanne, you are so wrong. So that's why I'm just like, I'm gonna stay off of it. But I'm not sure if I need to be rooting for the Hamas people, if I should be rooting for the Israeli people. I just know that I hate to see innocent bystanders' lives being taken. I hate to see kids getting killed that ain't got nothing to do with nothing on either side, you know. Like, I don't like to see that kind of thing. Innocent people, kids dying, old people, all of that. But I don't really know. I don't know. There was a girl on YBF, on the YBF Instagram, who posted a video. Well, they reposted a video that this girl did on TikTok who explains it very well. So you guys should go onto YBF and look at it. But basically the way the girl explained it, and I kind of remember hearing this story, because this is a story that's been going on since like biblical days. Okay. I remember being at church and hearing my pastor at that time talk about this story years and years and years and years ago. And this is just something that has continued to recycle and go and go and go. And again, I don't know much about it, but depending on who you ask, some people really believe the Hamas people and support them. I know that the United States' official stance is they support Israel. But when I look on social media, everybody is on the Hamas side, because it sounds like the Hamas is the ones that have been kicked around. They've been forced out of their home to another place, or they want to go back to their home. They can't go back to their home because there's all this pushback there. So that's where the war is going. That's basically all that I know. But I don't know whose side that I'm supposed to be on. Okay. And yes, that might be ignorant and all, but I just didn't have the energy to be trying to read up on it and try to really get on here and talk to you guys about it. Okay. So I realize that there's wars going on that I haven't talked about. That's the reason why. But bringing it back around, okay, to these national tests that they've been doing. Yeah, very weird. And it's making me feel like they're saying without saying that the United States might be in some sort of, I don't even want to put this out there. But I mean, I don't know. I know I don't need to tell you guys what that makes me feel like, right? Okay, so I won't be negative and I won't try to make it worse. But yeah, you guys, it's just strange to have. That's strange. Anyway, getting back to this this Ebony alert. So Governor Gavin Newsom out in California, he has decided that there is a Bradford bill that he signed into law. And it is a new alert that is supposed to address the racial inequalities when it comes to looking for missing people. Right now, most Black people, when they turn up missing, they get reported as a runaway. And while there are many runaways, not just Black, everybody runs away. There's many nationalities that run away. We cannot ignore the fact that when Black people come up missing, everybody ain't fucking run away. Sometimes the person has been stolen, and the fact that you have qualified them or classified them as a runaway, now they're not even getting the proper attention on the case to be looked for. And so now you just got a whole bunch of Black people that's just gone. Okay. And so with this Ebony alert, Gavin Newsom, I'm surprised, I'm assuming, is hoping that this will help missing children, teens, and young Black adults. It goes into effect January 1 of 2024, and it's very similar to the Amber Alert. However, there are other qualifications as well. So the Amber Alert, you know, of course, is talking about the person's missing physical safety and mental or physical disabilities, okay? But the Ebony Alert also has an age range. The Ebony Alert also has an age. The Ebony Alert has an age range from 12 to 25 years old. And this Bradford bill was also set to account for victims of sex trafficking, okay, that are over the age of 17. So yes, there are a couple of little differences in the Ebony Alert. It will still come across on our phones and our TVs and all that the way that the Amber Alerts do. And so, yes, the Ebony Alert on paper seems like it would be a good thing. In reality, I'm concerned about it because now when I kind of feel like the Amber Alert could have just had some changes or tweaked a little bit. But now that you're calling it an Ebony Alert, I'm wondering if people are even going to pay attention to those. Like, you know, if we find out, oh, it's a Black person missing, as opposed to, you know, we didn't know what this person was that was missing on an Amber Alert. Now, the Ebony Alert is just sort of like, if a person sees that and just be like, oh, it's Ebony, it's Black people, and put the phone down, not even pay attention to what kind of car, you know, they were last seen in or something. I feel like it can still be used negatively. I don't know. That's probably just my negative way of thinking. But yeah, I don't know if I feel like this Ebony Alert was needed. It's very nice, and I understand what Newsom was trying to do. But I kind of feel like it's going to be used in the wrong way. Okay, but you guys tell me what you think about the Ebony Alert. Do you think that that's a good idea? Do you think that we need to be separated out of the group of the Amber Alert group so that it be special attention set onto our cases? Or do you think that the fact that they are singling out Black people is going to make people just be like they don't care anyway? You know, y'all let me know what you think. Next story.
Shadow skipped the brunch, not the dinner neither, and we had to close, not a centimeter. Getting in between this on YouTube turned
up. All right,
up.
guys, this is an update story on Sergio Brown. You guys remember he is the former NFL football player who has been missing. They have been looking for him anyway. After his mother, 73-year-old Myrtle Brown was found dead in, not too far from the home. He was one of the suspects, or he was the person of interest at that time. They wanted to speak with him, but he was missing. Then we found out that he ended up posting a video calling the whole thing fake news, saying that his mother wasn't dead, but if his mom was dead, that the FBI killed him, that the FBI, has kidnapped him a few times and all of this. It was all talk that sounded like it was coming from a person that might have some mental health challenges. We believe that Sergio Brown may have some CTE injuries. That is the brain injury that a lot of NFL players have had from just having multiple serious concussions that aren't treated and, continuing to play and all of that. So they believe that Sergio Brown is probably suffering from CTE injuries, but that diagnosis only happens after the football player has died. They can only check your brain when the person is dead. So you can't get a definitive diagnosis, but that's what they believe that he has. He was missing. Then all of a sudden a video showed him popped up in Mexico City. It had the location on there. So the authorities basically have been knowing since mid-September where Sergio Brown was. Okay. They just needed to have the warrant to have him arrested, to have him brought back to where are they? Was it Missouri? Let me see. I have it in my notes. To go back to what was the name of the damn city? Maywood, I think is what it was. I thought maybe I just didn't write it down, but I didn't put it in my notes. But anyway, they wanted to extradite him and get him back home so that they can talk to him and formally charge him first-degree murder. So they ended up getting a warrant for his arrest for first-degree murder. And when they did that, as soon as the authorities down in Mexico City found out about that, they told him they was like, you got to go. Okay. And so they got him, and they were going to bring him, across the border, and then they're gonna make the arrangements to extradite him back to wherever he came from, Philadelphia, Missouri, somewhere up that way. They said that he acted a fool on the plane. They flew him from Mexico City to the border, Tijuana, and then when he was crossing, they said when they got to the border, he started acting a fool. The damn police, the captain was just like, we're gonna put your ass off this plane. If you keep on acting a fool. I guess he got some act right. They got him across the damn border into San Diego, and now he is in U.S. authorities' hands. Okay, and they are going to get him back there, and I'm assuming that he will be formally charged with first-degree murder soon. His family have been wanting him to come back. I just can't even imagine being it. This is my family chat that's going on. They talking to each other back and forth, and it has interrupted me because every 2 seconds something is popping up on the screen between Mr. and Joe. And I don't know how to... Child, I don't know how to turn off. Oh, I just turned it down. So yeah, the court hearing, once he gets back home, is set for November 13th. I think that we can pretty much say that he did kill his mother. But I think that his family is also saying that he's had these mental health problems for a while now, that they believe that he's suffering from CTE. And so it's just a sad situation. Because if I was in the same situation and I knew that my brother was like mentally ill, but also killed my parents, my mom or my dad, it would be hard for me to, even though I'm understanding what my brother's going through, it would be hard for me to still have the same level of love for him that I've had prior if he killed my mom or dad. So like, I wouldn't even want to be in that situation, right? Because that's a lot on a family. So that family is probably going to be torn apart with all this, because I'm sure people are going to pick sides and all that, and that is really too bad. So, but the good thing is that they did get the person responsible, at least we believe so far, and that person is going to, because even with health challenges or mental health challenges, you guys, if you did something, then you got to pay for it. Okay, it's consequences to everything. So we can't use that as an excuse. So we'll see what happens with him, but I'm sure that they're glad that at least that part of that case, they got that situated and solved, and that the man will be facing his crime. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel bad for Sergio? Do you understand that he might be ill? Do you believe that erases him from responsibility? Or do you believe that even with illnesses, you still got to pay the piper? Y'all let me know.
Never turn down though when it's big energy when I come around though. So don't ever switch. No,
you
been.
Guys, and then lastly, gosh, I try to be ending these stories, these videos on a good note, but I didn't really have many good notes in this one. It seems, but. Lastly, there was a woman that was arrested yesterday at the Atlanta airport. Okay, Hartsfield-Jackson. For stabbing 3 people. Okay, so 44-year-old Damaris Milton. She was at the airport on the South Terminal, which is the Delta side. You guys know Delta, that is the hub. The Atlanta airport is the hub for Delta. So Delta has one full side of the airport. So apparently she was going through TSA. She was at security. There was some sort of problem. So they pulled her to the side. And when they did, they noticed that she had a knife. She ended up stabbing somebody. Okay. So now we got a scuffle over there at the TSA department. They trying to get the knife from her. She ended up stabbing 2 more people, including the lieutenant who was trying to restrain her so that they could arrest her. She ended up stabbing them 3 people, and they took that ass to jail, child. I'm telling you, there's always something going on at Atlanta airport. All the time. I just saw a video recently where the damn man and a woman was fighting out in the front. It looked like they was waiting for somebody to pick them up, and they started arguing, and they started throwing shit out of each other's luggage. It's like, And you know it was your cousins. You know it was your cousins, okay? If anything is gonna go down, it's gonna go down at the damn Atlanta airport all the time. All right. I was like, Jada was like, I was surprised it wasn't over on that Spirit side. Let me just tell you something. I don't have a problem with Spirit. I realize that Spirit is a low cost, no frills, economy type of airplane and airline, and I'm fine with it. If come hook or crook, I need to get somewhere and Spirit has the lowest prices and I just need to get there, I'm gonna go on Spirit, okay? But I can tell you one thing. If you take a flight from Atlanta to LA on Spirit, nigga, you ain't seen this type of niggatry. You ain't seen it in your life. Don't let that shit be a red eye. Nigga. Oh my God. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my fucking life. This last time me and Jada went for this funeral. Did I already tell you guys the story? Oh my God. I was just amazed at the niggatry. I mean, people in pajamas. I am not exaggerating. People in the pajamas, these big ass blankets. You see people, you know how you saw people like big blankets, house shoes, tank tops, babies that look like they ain't really took no bath, still in they onesie, like zip up pajamas, people smelling like weed, folks coming on with like full meals on the plane, folks, strange looking like they might be on somebody's wanted poster somewhere. I mean, just like a whole bunch. You don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it, child. It is just, me and Jada was amazed, and we had to sit apart from each other. We was texting each other. Nigga, that flight was supposed to leave, like, just say the flight was supposed to leave at 10:55. Nigga, it was 10:50. Now, you guys know, usually, like, if you fly Delta, you get your ass on that plane, they close that door. That means that nobody else can get on this plane, and we about to take off. Delta, they, like, sticking to their time, they take off time, all of that. Honey, Spirit, if that flight was supposed to leave at 10:55, it's 10:53. They still got that door open. People still getting on the fucking plane. I was just like, what is going on? And not looking like they was rushing. You know how it is when it's like somebody that one last person comes running onto the plane like, oh my God, I just made it. No, not on Spirit. On Spirit, they just come on casually. Nigga, it's 10:53. Okay, they walk in, they got their food, they looking for their seat, they talking to their homegirl that's sitting up a few aisles out, they going back, they gotta go to the bathroom. Nigga, it's time to go. Get your ass in a seat somewhere so we can go. They don't even close that door until the damn takeoff time. Then we gotta sit there at the gate until it takes off. Okay, and that might be another 10-15 minutes. All right. And I'm figuring that, they probably make up the time in the air. So it's not like necessarily saying that they be running late. But what I'm saying is, honey, Spirit give you all kind of graces and shit. They already know how y'all niggas is down here in Atlanta. Because I've flown on Spirit coming out of LA, coming back this way. I've flown it coming back this way from Los Angeles. You fine coming back this way. But nigga, coming out of Atlanta to LA, child, it's a whole nother thing. I don't know. I imagine maybe it's probably similar like that going to Miami. You get your special breed of niggas that go down to Miami too. So, but child, no. But anyway, yes, it's always something going on at that Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson. They did take her into custody, and she will be charged, but an assault charge. But yeah, and in the picture, and of course, not of course, but because actually this is something I didn't expect this person to be black, but the person was black, you guys. Anyway, all I'm saying is y'all need to be careful, not only in them streets, but also
skip the brunch, not the dinner neither, and we had the clothes, not a centimeter. Getting in between is all you two turned up. Never turned down though when it's big energy.
Alright, you guys, that is it. Let me get on off of here. Get these edited, everything edited. And we do this every single week, so make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.